Chosen ones, through my journey, I've seen that the narcissist can awaken. They can awaken to the fact they're a narcissist. And they have one or two ways to go about this journey once they realize they're a narcissist. They can either totally rewire their circuitry and totally change their whole thought pattern and thought process, and try and become unplugged from these demonic entities and awake to the fact they're a narcissist and they're functioning on some toxic kind of frequency and change for the better, which is very rare. Or they can continue and grow worse with age of being an awakened narcissist. So I've jotted down some signs that kind of stood out to me. There's plenty of signs out there, but these are just some significant ones that I thought that you might have seen post discard or post after you broke up with them or whatnot. So anyway, I'll get into the list now. Number one on the list is you can see they're lost without you. Even if they've moved on, you can see beneath the veil and realize they're miserable. You can see they're unhappy. It just flows off their body. You can see it when you look upon them. It don't matter if they're in a new relationship, married, kids, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, you can see they're miserable. You can really see it. It just comes off them like you can just see it written in the sky, man. You can see that they're miserable, they're not happy, they're struggling, and you can see how they're lost without you. You can see they just look like a lost puppy, man. They're just lost. They don't know what to do, and they could have done a whole heap of drama before you eventually parted your ways, but you can see how they're lost without you, and it's hit them hard. So that's number one on the list. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Okay, and number two on the list is in your heart, you know they're suffering without you. Despite whatever they've said, you feel the truth. Despite whatever they said. That's why it don't make sense to you. If they come with, I don't want to be with you, move on, stop, you're probably a lot worse than that. They would have said the things, I'm sure. Yeah, I can't really get that switched on to how, but I'm joking. But, they would have told you some hurtful things, like really hurtful things in why they don't want to be with you and why you're no good for them. And, it didn't make sense. The whole story didn't make sense. You were just there, and you realized that's why you kept probably chasing a bit, and you kept trying to work things out and try and solve the problems, because in your heart you knew it wasn't the truth. Like, you felt the truth in your heart. Yeah, so that will explain the second sign, and this is the sign of them awakening to the fact they're narcissists. This is why they come out with this behavior. So number one on the list we had, you can see they're lost without you, and number two in the list is you in your heart, you know they're suffering without you. You can feel it. Yeah, you can feel it in your heart. You know the truth. Number three on the list is they don't admit to the truth and continue to dig a deeper hole even though you found them out. So you could have found them out from a range of things, but they almost don't want to let that mask slip, and they want to keep masquerading through life with artificial light that they've done for years or months or however long you were together, and you found them out about something, and you could have already gone your separate ways now, and they still continue to maintain their story. They don't let up. They continue to maintain their story. They won't change about what they said. And, they're digging themselves a big, deep grave. You can see they're miserable. In your heart they're suffering without you. And they still won't admit to the truth. This is a clear sign that you've awakened the narcissist to what they really are, Pre-meeting you, they didn't know what they were. Do you know what I mean? But that's number three on the list. Number four on the list is you see a transformation in their character, either better or worse. They seem totally different. So it's like almost like the person that you don't know. I know that goes not contradicts the last point, but what I mean is you see a transformation, either worse or for better. So they're either trying to put on a show that they're a lot better and they've changed and whatnot, or they've just totally become a lot worse. Yeah, and this is them awakening to the fact they're narcissists. Yeah, they don't know how to deal with it. if they, like, you know, their whole lives they didn't really realize they mingled with people of toxic personality types. They didn't really know, and you've exposed them through being with you. You've exposed them in their mentally, spiritually, and physically. They now know what they are, and it's a very dangerous game they're playing now because they know what they are. Yeah, so these decisions they're making now, they're not blissfully going through life anymore. They know they're toxic, they know they're narcissists, and they're waking up to the fact that this is their journey of their awakening. So that's number 4 on the list. You see a transformation in their character. And number 5 on the list, yeah, is they say all the things that they wish they'd done with you, and you can see realization taking place. So they might have given you the whole sub story, like, oh, I wish we'd done this together. Oh, I wish we'd done this. And they could even be saying this stuff even though they broke up with you, even though they terminated the relationship with you, discarded you, put you through a whole grieving process, you know. And they're throwing that out there because it's like breadcrumbing in a way, but it's actually them realizing themselves that they wish they deeply down inside themselves, they wish they weren't functioning the way they do, but they just can't change it because they're plugged into these demonic entities. So they kind of throw out things because they know they you know, even if you've done certain things together, they would have ruined it anyway, but they're just throwing it out there as a thing because they're awakening to the fact how they're going to be lost without you. So I'll go back over the list. Yeah, number 1 is you can see they're lost without you. You can see it through your own eyes that they're lost without you. That's number 1 on the list. Number 2 on the list is in your heart. You know they're suffering without you. Despite whatever they've said, you feel the truth. That's number 2. Number 3, they don't admit to the truth and continue to dig a deeper hole even though you found them out. Number 4, you see a transformation in their character, either better or worse. They seem totally different. And number 5, they say all the things that they wish they'd done with you, and you can see a realization taking place. You can really see that realization taking place. So that's 5 signs. That's 5 signs, chosen one, that you awaken the narcissist. And there's plenty of signs. Please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. It helps each other out. Sharing is caring. And thank you for watching. And please press the like and the subscribe button, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.